Yo, what is up, guys? Oscar here with a new video. This is going to be my first ever mock draft for the Washington football team for 2021. Like I said, this is going to be my first ever mock draft. So I know that there's going to be picks that I made that will be kind of questionable. Like I said, I'll learn as I'll go. It's a learning experience for me. I've never had to do this before. But as soon as I get the hang of the draft simulator and get acquainted with a lot of other things, my mock draft should get better with time. But this is my first one ever. So if you guys have any helpful hints, what you guys thoughts are on for what Washington should draft, let me know in the comments down below. If you're new to my channel, you like what you hear, you rock with me, hit that red button, give me a subscribe, smash that like button, give me a thumbs up, comment, share the video. So with that out of the way, let's get into my mock draft. And like I said, it's not the best mock draft ever. Like I said, I'm still learning, relatively new YouTuber, still trying to get the hang of how to get this right, but with time I will. So let's get into the draft. This is going to be the first three rounds. I'm not going to do the first 7 rounds. I did that mistake when I was learning. I was trying to figure if it would be good to have 7 rounds, but with not a lot of college information out there just yet, I decided to just do 3 rounds. So it'll be 3 rounds, 4 picks all together. Because we have that pick from the San Francisco 49ers. So we have 2 third-round picks, first round and second round. So the first round pick, I went wide receiver here. Round 1, pick 19, Terrace Marshall out of LSU. A lot of analysts have Washington pick Kadarius Toney, but I think Terrace Marshall would fit best in Washington. Gives whoever the quarterback is going to be, and just a heads up, I will be drafting a quarterback in the next rounds. So look for that. Even though it probably isn't going to be a popular pick, but like I said, I'm learning how to do these drafts. So, anyways, Terrace Marshall out of LSU. Some stats, has in 7 games. Had 100 yards in 7 games in 2020. Double-digit touchdown. Had 10 touchdowns this past season. Really, he could help out Terry McLaurin on the outside in the slot. You know, it's rumored that Washington would sign Curtis Samuel from the Panthers as a free agent. We already know the Ron Rivera connection there, but imagine if Washington selects Terrace Marshall with the first round pick. With Terrace Marshall, that would be a deadly trio. It would be an upgrade on what Washington has, along with what we have now with Cam Sims, Kelvin Harmon coming back. So, you know, that this would be a good wide receiver. It would be a step up with what Washington has. Terrace Marshall would help out Terry McLaurin on the outside, and of course Curtis Samuel if he is signed. So for pick 51, the second round, I have Washington selecting Chaz Surratt, linebacker. Now here's the thing. He is a converted linebacker. He used to play quarterback, but he was converted into a linebacker after an injury. And his first year as a linebacker, he ended up getting 6.5 sacks. He's a physical guy, so he can, he's able, he can smash guys, he can hit guys hard. He can hit guys hard. He's a very physical guy. Works best with the 4-3 outs. He's an outside linebacker, and I know that we have John Bostic, but maybe we can stick him on the inside and have what's this guy's name? Chaz Surratt on the outside. Like I said, Washington linebacker is one of their biggest needs on defense. If Washington can find that next generational talent at the linebacking position, because Washington has not had a solid linebacker in a long time. The only knock against Surratt, though, is that he's still new at the position. Remember, he's a converted quarterback to linebacker, so he's still relatively new. I think that they just converted him this past year. But I think, with Jack Del Rio and Ron Rivera there at the helm, he can learn fast. Third round with the, I think, 76th pick. This is where I kind of should have went with someone else, but I decided to go quarterback this route. And I know that in Washington, Ron Rivera likes his mobile quarterbacks. Hence the reason why they re-signed Taylor Heinicke. And they have Kyle Allen. But I decided to go with this guy. And this guy is not mobile. He's a tall guy, but he can gunsling it. Kyle Trask out of Florida State. The good news about this guy, though, you don't have to throw him out there right away. He's a developmental guy. He needs to develop. He's tall, 6'5", pocket passer. He lacks mobility, though. But he's a gunslinger, and he can make those deep throws. He just needs, when he has the proper tools around him, he's accurate. When he doesn't have the tools around him, he's inaccurate. But that's the positive. The only thing is that he's lacks mobility. He panics in the pocket when there's nothing open, and we already know what happens when he sees ghosts. So that's the only knock against him. But when he has the tools, which this season, if Washington goes that Kyle Trask route, which I don't think so. Like I said, this is my mock draft. If they do go this route in the third round, he can, he can gunsling it. So, and Washington hasn't had a gunslinger in a while. So, and with their 82nd pick in the NFL draft in the third round, I went offensive tackle, left tackle, Walker Little from Stanford. He's a big guy, strong guy, stands 6'7", can block, can run block, can pass block, can do anything as a left tackle. I know Washington has Cornelius Lucas as a left tackle, but this is the offensive line needs some better backups, and I think that this could be a good opportunity to shore that up. Instead of going after free agents like trying to re-sign Trent Williams, go for younger talent. And Walker Little is actually pretty good. He actually played at Stanford. In fact, when he and Bryce Love, running back for the Washington football team that's on the roster, played together. He blocked very well for Bryce Love, was responsible for Bryce Love having an 1,000-yard plus season. The only problem with him is that he got injured in 2019, only got hurt in the first game of his in college in 2019, was out for the rest of the year, sat out, or decided to sit out 2020. 2020 because of COVID. So, that's a bad call there. So he is going to go 2 years without playing a game. But like I said, right now Washington needs to find backups and new solutions to their offensive line just in case injuries happen, because Washington has had injuries on that offensive line throughout the last few years. So this would be a good way to shore up that offensive line. Get Walker Little, have him sit down, because he needs to develop as well. Have him sit behind, Cornelius Lucas and whoever's there at left tackle, and plug him in if injuries were to happen, because he's a physical guy. He's a tall guy, strong guy, athletic. The only, like I said, injury history. And he also has a familiarity with Bryce Love at Stanford. So if Bryce Love gets a chance here in Washington, which who knows, But if he does, the familiarity there. Alrighty, guys, this is my first mock draft. Let me know what you guys think. Do you guys agree, disagree with my picks? Let me know in the comments down below. Like I said at the beginning, if you're new to my channel, you like what you hear, you rock with me, smash that subscribe button, hit that red button, give me a thumbs up, give me a like, comment, share the video. Until then, guys, keep it real. See you guys next time. Peace.